again. We're back here with Control. Yeah, yesterday I finished the maintenance sector. And today I am going to find the oh, I'm going to the parapsychology department apparently. Let me just check these mods. So 22, both 22, okay. That's fine. Oh, I can have another personal one now, that's good. 23. Launch efficiency, evade energy cost, minus 11 will be quite handy. I can do it. Let's just check this first and see if I can upgrade anything. Astral construct, is that the right thing I want? Yeah, okay. So I could get level 2 mods. Oh, I'm so close to getting an upgrade for grip. Okay. I think we're going to upgrade this. Yep. Okay, we're going to upgrade that and then we'll get the upgrade for grip. It shouldn't take long to get that.
I don't see the connection, but it's clearly interdependent.
Let's just check whether I close. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just checking I closed. I was going to say Safari then for a second, not Safari. Chrome. Because I was looking at whether someone mentioned DLSS, and because my graphics card can do that RTX 2060. Where am I going? I don't know. Wrong one. Right, so we've got to go sector elevator, haven't we? Should I go back and have a look at some previously?
To codify the his genetic sequence using technology.
I think. What areas could I go back and explore? No, it's fine. We're just gonna go on. Right. Ooh. So where the fuck are we going? Research. I'll keep pressing that. I don't know where we're going. Done the maintenance. Let's just see where this brings us out first. Just because I'm interested to see where it brings us out. Yeah, but we now got the so yesterday we got the level 3 key card. So obviously that means we can explore the not explore, open the level 3 doors now. But so I found one or two, but I don't know. To be honest, I'll probably leave all that, the backtracking stuff. And then, okay. Okay, so we've been here. Okay, that's fine. I'll probably leave all the backtracking stuff until I believe it goes up to level 5. I don't know why it's doing this again. Come on. I don't know. Anyway, I believe it's because I touched the mouse, I think. I think that's why. But yeah, we did all the maintenance corridor. So, oh, this is just here, yeah, okay. Yes, so yeah, I'm just gonna go back probably towards the end of the game, or where I think the end of the game is, and just explore all the doors I haven't gone to yet, pretty much. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, that's the one disadvantage of having it on. This is the Epic Games Store version. I don't know if there is a Steam version, to be honest, but I think there probably is.
Containment sector. Panopticon. Altered items. Maximum security prison. Dangerous.
I've forgotten what I was saying again. But yeah, I've got the 3 key card. I believe there's an up to 5 level 5 key cards. So, see, it's not actually telling me where I need to go at the moment. So I don't know if I'm free to just explore because I just opened the. Yesterday I ended the lockdown so I could use the lift, sector elevator to get about. So I don't know if now it's just going to let me explore everywhere. I don't actually know. Because previously it was like, well, you can explore, but here's the path for you, kind of thing. You know, you couldn't really deviate too much. I still haven't really seen any side quests apart from getting one or two of the abilities we probably could have missed, or I don't know if it would let you miss them or not. Central research. Right, so it is.
This is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Alright.
Research sector, huh? Home of the Bureau's mad scientists.
Pretty much, right. Oh shit. Fuck. This isn't good. Fuck. dead. Fuck. Jesus, the combat suddenly got fucking nuts. Jesus Christ. Sniper, okay, interesting. Another new type. Interesting. Right, yeah, the combat has got so much better. First of all, it seemed quite, I don't know, it seemed quite tame. An ordinary, really, but it's gotten so much better. So much better. It's pretty crazy, really. How much better it's got. It's all running pretty well as well. Thresholds have always been sources of great inspiration and great challenge. When a new threshold manifests in the oldest house by, we never know what new discoveries it will provide to the Bureau. We must always seize these opportunities. This report will examine the process of distinguishing recent threshold effects based on their utilitarian possibilities. Quarry brought Black Rock, one of our most invaluable discoveries, but if the mould has any scientific value, it has been difficult to find due to the lengths we must go to in fighting back the particularly prolific plant. These are very different cases and worth comparing as their study offers vastly different dangers and rewards. Refer to file 594 1284 for full report. Okay. Let's say his sniper. Bureau snipers specialise in eliminating threats from a distance using the telltale searchlights affixed to their rifles to search for targets. His snipers are no less lethal. Corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from their target, waiting in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces. Check the balconies. I should note that their rifles are equipped with a bayonet for close quarters combat, and the HISS snipers are well aware of how to use it. Refer to file for report. Okay.
The containment sector, the Panopticon, is home to the altered items we find and contain. It is a maximum security prison. It's a vault for the most valuable treasures on Earth.
That sounds like
It's a
cool
powder
place.
keg big enough to blow this world to dust. A temple, a place of worship filled with idols of angry gods. It's all of these, and none of them. It's something more profound, unbelievable, unknowable. Something worse. Altered items. We've found many. They appear mundane, but nothing could be further from the truth. They are all powerful, dangerous. They press heavy on our minds because that's their nature. They've been altered because we can't stop thinking about them. We put them on altars because they're used to being worshipped. This keeps them calm. We contain them, but they don't want to be controlled. We study them to discover what makes them tick. If this place were ever breached, it would be chaos of biblical proportions.
Okay, media.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna explore this area first before we go in any labs or anything. Okay. Interesting place. Always check the toilets to see if there's anything in here. Gotta check the toilets. No. I mean, this kind of looks like a cinema, like foyer, if you know what I mean. Obviously not the tree part, but oh shit. They can get full? Oh, I hate it when that happens. Okay, let's get rid of some of these. Let's oh, is that level 3? Rare. That's cool. every time. So where are we going? I don't really know. All these places are locked off. We haven't been here, have we? No. Hi Carla, does it strike you as odd that Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre videos of his? I mean, we just stand there, he doesn't even let us have lines or anything. Don't get me wrong, beats a day in the lab. Plus, it's always great to work with you. Oh yeah, I finished the comparative analysis of the 2 black rock samples you sent. The prism, or whatever you called it. I filed them in the usual place, under C for Carla. A handy mnemonic device, right? Haha. Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I'll gladly explain. Maybe we could chat about it over some drinks or dinner even. I can't remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could go together after work sometime. I'm free tomorrow. All the best, Hubert. Okay. Okie dokie. That won't do anything because I have got copyrighted music turned off because of Twitch. But yeah, that is just a song. It won't be anything else. It's a really cool lobby. This just reminds me a bit of Men in Black sometimes, this game. It really does. Right, let's take a little photo. Oh, can we get it out of there? All in? Yeah, we can get it all in. Okay. Do. Right. Let's continue on. According to the map, there should have been somewhere I can go this way. But I don't know where. I presume it's the next level up. The map's a little bit unclear like that, but I think it's intentionally done because obviously they want you to explore. But yeah, let's go to that lab, I think. I can't press that, yeah. Let's go back to this lab and see if there's anything down here. We're gonna change, let me just see, no, wrong one. Let me just see what missions I got. Kill his guards. Okay, so I'm gonna change spin for grip. Let's change that. We won't press that yet. Poets of the Fall, my dark disquiet. Did the song elicit any particular memories? If so, elaborate. Did you at any point feel a strong emotion? If so, what emotion? Did a clear image of a weapon appear at your mind during the song? If so, elaborate. Provide a detailed description of your current surroundings as you see them. Have you ever heard the murmur of voices when no one is present? If so, what did they say? Do you hear them now? Please choose one from each of the following pairs. 1 or 2, A or B, day or night, apple or orange, burnout or fade away. Okay. Okay, so it's just another song, isn't it? just gonna ignore that. I can't be asked to do them. Oh. Okay. Okay, now where do we go now? We probably go there, but I'm gonna go upstairs first. A possible AWE in which an unnamed individual experienced transcorporeality via a phone line. Event is notably similar to the AWE in which event is believed to be being caused by, and as a result, the following measures have been taken to prevent. Okay. Oh shit. Wrong button. Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants in research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, the janitor does have a nice voice and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe you could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much, if you ask me. I would be invaded by houseplants. What I'm taking into. I know how they feel. I know how they feel as someone who has to live with a metric fuck ton of house plant. Yes, it can feel like you're being invaded at times. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Prepare to file for full report. Oh shit, I wanted to see that projector. I don't think there's a lot on it. How the fuck do I get over there? was unexpected. They came out of nowhere. Whoops. Fuck's sake. Okay. It does kind of look like we should be able to climb these. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
How do I crouch? Can I crouch? Yeah. Fuck me. Okay. Transcript of a call to the California State Emergency Services 911. What's your emergency? Hello, hello. I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm inside the wires. I'm lost, ma'am. Have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, ma'am? Go. Gone away. Okay. And can you describe your surroundings? Unknown noise. Ma'am? Hello, ma'am? Dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. Alrighty then. There's no way to get in there, is there? Okay, so I guess we move on.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid. The board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Okay.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is... We can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind these are staggeringly...
24,000 Higginstrap Pierce. Pierce precise charge. Okay. I could upgrade grip or wait until I think I'll just wait.
complex systems.
I think I'll just wait. Oh. Yeah, we'll abandon that.
And simplification does them
fine.
no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted.
What is that, the moon? Right. The Astral exhibition was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location and place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered we decided to repurpose the space. Similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals, we hope to observe the behaviour in an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in with it. But Rome wasn't built in a day. Refer to file 319-3811 for full report. Addendum. New naming conventions have been established for the astral entity now known as Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been redacted.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions, apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
I wonder if that's what Jesse's got in her head. What did they call it? An astral fugue? Oh no, wrong one. Right. Okay, that's that. What the fuck?
I can't believe they keep that thing here.
Did I get it? Fuck's sake. Jesus. I'm gonna die. for that.
What was the Bureau doing with that thing?
That was intense. Jesus. It's a fake astral plane. Pick up some health.
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here.
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
Right, okay. Fuck did that come from? These bastards. Shit, okay, so I have to clear the weapon ones as well now. Right. Okay, damage volume. Alright, cleanse the control point there. Then we can have a little explore.
If anyone is listening, we've encountered heavy resistance. We've fallen back to the lock department. All agents are ordered to converge here.
This study extends the works of Irving Yannis, Robert Barron, and others by proposing strong causal links between groupthink and the passive or active use of telepathy. Through these connections, the parapsychology department carried out variations of Solomon Asch's original conformity experiments using a telepathic individual as the subject. See experiments for details. Extensive qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interference within the group. Further empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence on behaviors by engaging in. Rather boldly, this paper stands to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for further experimentation on the mind, including manipulation of and refer to 318-2849 before report. Okay, let's see if we got another one. We got another one here. Yes, we do. Think I've seen it, haven't I? Yeah, I think I've seen it. Okay, oh yeah, I was missing one. Yeah, Hiss cluster. Hiss clusters are unique in that they are concentrated manifestations of Hiss resonance without the need of a host. Hiss clusters are dense spherical compressions of Hiss resonance that serve support functions in the hierarchy of Hiss entities. The clusters are capable of replenishing Hiss hosts with infusions of resonance. This does not heal any physical damage inflicted on the organic host, but rather seems to rejuvenate them, allowing them to endure more bodily harm than normally possible. The fact that the Hiss makes an effort to preserve its corrupted hosts underlines a Level of awareness and discretion that was previously just speculation on my part. Can this entity be considered an individual or simply an extension of the Hiss as a whole? Capturing one alive would be quite interesting. Refer to file for full report. Oh, one more. Where is it? I think I've gone past it somewhere. I must have gone past it somewhere. Oh well. Okay, let's carry on. Is that a big brain? That was some bad shooting. Nadine, send this to research for analysis. My precognitive powers. Urgent, Dr. Darling. Last night I had a dream. In the dream I was given the solution to a staffing problem I'd been presented with just yesterday. The problem is of a confidential nature and must therefore remain unclarified here. I can assure you that the method through which I received this helpful information was undeniably paranatural. I can only draw the conclusion that I possess exceptional precognitive abilities and as such offer my services to the Bureau's research teams. We must utilize my powers for the greater good. Signed, Mr. Francis Bertram. Okay. Before using the recording devices, please ensure the following safety measures are met. Ensure the volunteer is secured fastly to the chair. Ensure the hood is placed over the volunteer's head. This will prevent the volunteer from taking in visual stimuli during the record process, which can lower the quality of captured footage. This also prevents recording technicians from viewing the volunteer's face, which undergoes muscle spasms during recording that some consider upsetting. Check if the volunteer is comfortable. Activate the recording apparatus. After recording is complete, check volunteer cognitive ability using the provided questionnaire. Do not be alarmed if the length of recorded footage exceeds the volunteer's period of unconsciousness. Astral dilation is a known issue. If any problems arise during this process, contact your supervisor. Alrighty then. No, I did miss something. I was just about to say I think that's it, but Darling here. Some of you were curious why I had these sensory deprivation tanks installed. I thought I'd shed some light on the subject. Maybe some of you have heard of a Dr. Yoshimi Toku, the man behind the hugely popular guided imagery experience tapes. Apparently his tapes go beyond the normal meditative qualities of such things, but create genuine hallucinatory visions in some listeners, also the reports say. We brought these tanks in to test Dr. Toku's tapes for ourselves, plus there may be some stress relieving uses for the staff down the road. I think we could all benefit from some time in a dark enclosed space, don't you? If you have any more questions, feel free to stop by my office. You know where it is. Okay. Dr. Yoshimi Toku, a Japanese citizen residing in Tokyo, has produced a series of guided imagery experience audio recordings that have gained notable popularity around the globe. Due to his unusually swift rise to fame, along with reports of vivid accompanying the use of his tapes, investigations sector staff were asked to look into Dr. Kikui's background. We found no past incident with an altered occurrence, nor any evidence of involvement with an altered organisation. However, agents that attended a signing event reported when hearing Dr. Kiku speak. We recommend that the research team obtain any audio recording of Dr. Kiku's voice and perform any and all relevant analyses. Based on the findings, the investigation sector will determine next steps regarding Dr. Kiku, as well as his eligibility for the Prime Candidate Program. Refer to file 742-9633 for full report. Right, I don't think there's anything else in here. Can't get into any of those rooms. Anything in here? Doesn't look like it. Ah, there is. Right, let's go to the hypnosis lab. Yeah, hypnosis lab.
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
Okay. More weird shenanigans. Okay. Okay, that's handy.
Please state your name for the record. Paul Warren, Astronaut First Class, and you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal entanglement, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia? Yeah. I am. And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary? Yes, I do. Perfect. Your suit is good? Yeah. Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Very cool. I like it. I get it. I get the idea. Okay. Very cool, I like it. Cool shit, I like all this stuff. Oh. Lovely stuff. Okay, that's that. That has been gotten. Gotten? Has been got? No. I've got that. I don't know what I'm saying. case. Definitely unlocking that, because I think that'll be very handy. And launch grenades and rockets back at the enemy. That would be cool. But I'm gonna have to go with this at the moment. 2% energy. Oh, I'm back here. That's cool.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
You got that right.
More of you? Really?
Okay, well that was easy. Pain in the beers. Is that a Max Payne reference?
Marshall is waiting for you in the Luck Lab, just down the hall.
Rubber duck. Discovered in the home of Agent after his young daughter complained. Being followed by a rubber duck, according to Agent, the matter was ignored, believed to be the result of child's imagination. He began to hear the quacking at night. After discovering the item hiding in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. It's discovered that Agent was bringing known paranatural materials into his home, illegally taking them outside the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of an altered item is being investigated. Agent has been terminated. Naughty boy. Very naughty. Case file. The object is a light box used to examine X-ray images. The image cannot be removed from the light box, so information on the image belongs to a patient named. The object allows para-utilitarians to forcefully seize individuals. The seized individual becomes to the user. The effect lasts once released, is seized as a result of the psychic trauma. The object has no current binder. A janitor named bound the object at St. Anne's Hospital in. Soon the building's occupants were by him. The Bureau dispatched an emergency response team to the perpetrator and the item. Fatalities numbered in the for operational details. See case 26HQ 452.
Welcome to the party, man. Marshall is right down the hall.
I wonder if I can shoot. Right. Collectibles.
Marshall's eager to speak with you, ma'am. She's just down the hall.
Yeah. She'll have to wait. I ain't done exploring. Cool to see actual other people alive. Huh. Leaf
There you
flavor.
are. I was starting to worry.
Gold bass. Five. No, definitely can't get in there.
Congratulations on your appointment, Director Phaeton. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
Layout of this place almost intimidates. Guess we never thought we'd be fighting on our own turf.
Seriously, I've been in Threshold safer than this.
Yeah, the hiss sort of turned the house into a threshold, huh?
Move that down a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's better. Oh. No. Okay, right. Gotta check the toilets. It's a magazine game.
I see Rangers over there. We have to help them.
Was that it? I think so. Yep. I can't get in there yet.
Engaging!
Okay. Let's try this again. With the recent arrival of there are certain glaring gaps in the Bureau's ability to educate and raise the young. There are no other to play with, and is expected to learn about frightening new concepts. Will require a slow, friendly introduction to paranatural topics. With this in mind, now we to introduce the Threshold Kids television show in which a cast of cheerful puppets explain the dangers of living at the Bureau, but also show the fun side of the paranatural. Budget would be minimal. I took a few puppet making courses at my local community centre, where you can have research staff build the sets, record the footage, and even do the voices. It will be good for morale. I guarantee will respond positively to these videos. We can't expect to enjoy lectures and people in lab coats, but as television has proven for years, love puppets. Hiss warped. The Hiss warped wield only paranatural abilities similar to drifters. They are able to kinetically shield themselves with nearby material and launch objects at their target. These entities are particularly destructive and difficult to kill, possibly indicating a greater internal reinforcement of Hiss resonance. Why do certain Hiss display paranatural abilities while others rely on Bureau firearms? Do certain corrupted entities have less potential than the hosts that become Hiss warped? Or is this perhaps an indication of evolution or maturation of the Hiss corruption? Are there other stages of evolution yet to be found? What if the Hiss inhabits a host for a month, a year? Do hosts expire after a certain amount of time? Does the corruption become too strong for an organic body to endure? Only time and well-documented observation will tell. Refer to file for full report. Right, I'll be right back. I'm just going to get a drink. just get comfy again. Right, okay. Just gonna have a little run around. Oh. Thank you for the file, it was very helpful. I've re-archived it with the BlackRock research in case you need to refer to them again. Yes, the video shoots are always interesting. I expect my availability for those to decrease in the future, however, as my analysis of this newly discovered BlackRock variant is reaching a critical point. I hope you will be able to attend them still. Darling seems to be under a lot of pressure lately, and I'm sure you would appreciate any support you can provide. Regarding the analysis you provided, I do not have any questions. Thank you for the expeditious delivery. Regards, Research Specialist Dr. Carla Vaughan, Federal Bureau of Control. Okay. Let's just like a load of maths. Determining the total something across something or other. Obsessive compulsive disorder, hoarding, and anxiety disorders. While certain manifestations of these conditions are simply the result of mental illness, sometimes the individuals are simply performing called rituals. The of rituals can vary. Numerology, dream logic, forfeiture, verbal formulae, repetitive action, and causal tethering are just some of the procedures involved. Some rituals are consistent, such as pulling the light switch cord 3 times to enter the motel, but some are erratic. While most people engage in minor rituals every day, the vast majority do not understand the importance behind their actions. Avoiding disaster, amassing luck, or simply locating lost keys are all the result of daily rituals. Individuals who recognize a deeper meaning behind these compulsive actions are inherently aware of paranatural world and, when located, should be considered for employment at the Bureau. Refer to file for report. Okay. That's a cool office. What can I say? It's facing the wrong way though. Surely you want it facing the other way. Huh? Oh, wrong way again. Wrong way again. I got quite out with that twice now. So I believe the only ability I've got left to get is levitate. I believe. Let's go this way. Okay, I see a lot going on here. It's a pretty cool room this. I'm gonna take a little picture. Take a little picture. Take a little picture. Du-du-du. Oh, wrong button. As a test, television sets were placed in a variety of locations around the world inside rooms identically decorated. The hypothesis was that by identically altering the decor of every room and then changing the channel in every room but one, that the single differing television would spontaneously align the incoming frequency to match its synchronized counterparts. The experiment seemed like a failure until it was observed that the agents responsible for arranging and monitoring these rooms were all experiencing the same emotional turmoil as one clinically depressed member of the team, himself being located in the eastern part of. Psychological examination of the agents proved the correlation. Interestingly, the phenomenon of synchronicity did occur, but not in the way we predicted. Refer to file 1873452 for full report. Right, I can't get in any of these. No, I've been all around there, right. Any hidden chests anywhere? Don't think so. Have I been in here? I think I've been in here. Yeah, I've been in here. Right.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock. No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14. No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
So that's the rubber ducky from the one of the rubber ducky from one of the collectibles. Can't get in there yet.
This way to the lab? Okay. You must like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here. If
Oh,
Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taken over by the Hiss.
yeah. That's a pretty big if. That is a pretty big if. Right. Weird distortion going on over there. Okay. I was going to say, there's got to be something in this room, otherwise what would be the point? Right, another puzzle. Right, okay.
You let me here. Any idea how to make it work?
I don't know, but we're going on a little explore first. Black rock prisms are unique formations of black rock, distinct in both their shape and potency. When the density of black rock dampens paranatural forces, the unique structure of prisms retain frequencies in the range to Hz with perfect harmonization. This report analyzes the results of focusing through a harmonized prism onto a methods for the imprinting of non-physical fields onto imbuing them with the properties of the harmonized resonance in the prism will be explored and explained. Refer to file for report. Right, okay. It wants me to go that way, the thing's blinking on it, so I am going to go this way. Okay. Nothing up there.
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
Ah, a puzzle. I didn't even do anything.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal. These whiteboard drawings may be important.
Yeah, I know. The umbrella one definitely goes first.
Looks like he was working on something to do with these symbols.
Right. I'm not very good at puzzles, as you can
What
probably
do the
imagine.
symbols mean?
I'm trying to do it as easy as I can. Right, I think that's right, and then one is the... One is the umbrella thing. Two...
What do these whiteboards mean? Try different combinations. One of them has to work.
There's another one here. Ah, so that shows 2 and 3. So 2. 2 and 3. 2 is that one. Okay, we're getting there, I think. 3 is the... 3 is this one. 3. This is 5. Now where the fuck is the whiteboard for 5? No. Nope. I think they're right. No, I do not have a clue. I have to look it up, I think. Du-du-du. Right, okay, so I found a solution. So that's right. Number 2 is not that, it's that, okay. Two, 3 is that. How did I get that mess? I don't know. 3, 4 is that, and 5. Already got that. 5. Is that right now? No. I swear that's the Yay! Brilliant. Okay. We're in business. We are in business. Lovely stuff, right. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
The prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan.
Shit, that's not good.
We need more Blackrock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab, down in the Blackrock processing site and maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way.
But how long will that take?
Probably.
Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go.
I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it, I'm the only one who can help.
Fine. I'll get the prisms first.
Dylan will have to wait just a little longer.
But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.
Okie dokie. Okay. That's cool. Fine with me. We're gonna have a look down here first, though. I don't know whether I'm meant to go down here yet or not, but we can have a little look. While altered items and objects of power may seem similar at first, it's important to note some very key distinctions. Firstly, objects of power grant para-utilitarian abilities. See file PUT-812 for an introduction to the subject. Secondly, objects of power translocate anyone who makes physical contact to the astral plane. This is widely believed to be due to the affiliation with the objects of power. Not every individual is allowed in the astral plane, which evaluates who can or cannot enter. Thirdly, and this is not always the case. Objects of power are much more power naturally than altered items. Looking at the specific criteria that defines an object of power, it is no wonder they are notably rarer than altered items. In fact, we have altered items for every object of power contained within the Bureau. Refer to file 529-9485 for full report.
Resonance is the key. Vibration, frequencies, waveforms, fields we didn't know were there. It's physics. These fields in complex interaction, altering reality that comes to contact with them. Hedron is communicating with me. He's trying to warn me of something imminent. I've been using every known method to analyze the data. Exposing myself to it. I'm seeing things and overcome by compulsion. It's not just data, it's protection. It's benign. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Right, okay. Fuck's sake, weapon lots full again. Okay. That's handy. Very handy. That will be handy to have. Pierce, so here's his precise. Well, I'm not going to explore here. I'm going to go. Going to go back. And I'm just going to see because I can't get to that Black Rock room anyway. I know I can't because I haven't got levitate. I just have a feeling I'm meant to come here. Shit. That's alright. What is it?
Pope wants us to compile all of Darling's data entries from the past month.
She wants us to crack Darling's personal logs? He'll crucify us if he finds out. Who does she think she is, authorizing that kind of data breach?
She must think he's hiding something. And I agree. The HRAs alone are proof Darling knew more than he let on.
Intriguing.
Physical alterations in his corrupted organisms vary so wildly. What's the connection?
Researchers were sent to describe the recursive chant repeated by the Hiss entities. In the interest of safety, this was done with the non-aggressive floating Hiss entities. However, no distinction between the repeating phrase and one repeated by the more violent Hiss entities being observed. What is the purpose of this repeating string of words? Is this how the Hiss corrupts individuals? Does the chant produce a physical effect? Is it a message, an incantation? We were able to record a first-hand recitation of the chanting. See the corresponding audio record. Refer to file for full report.
Hi, Jesse.
I keep finding traces of Darling, but still can't find him. Where could he be?
But he's usually in his office in research, or one of his labs. Dr. Darling has quite a few, all around the Bureau. Could be hiding in any one of them. I check myself, but I don't have access to most of them.
Sounds like I touched a nerve.
He didn't let you into his labs?
Not all of them, no. Some had volatile material. It's ridiculous. I mean, this whole place is volatile material. Could have at least thought up a more convincing lie. I mean, how can I work without access to all the data possible?
This place has a bad habit of moving around, huh?
So you notice the building shifts. Did you know that 39% of Bureau accidents are caused by the shifts? It's true. I ran the numbers myself.
So they're dangerous.
Oh, very. At one time, a shark got shifted into a meeting room along with over 2,000 gallons of water.
That's amazing.
It was a tiger shark. Darling's pet research project. I forget what he was researching.
How do people work here?
You said you're an assistant?
Oh, it's just a title. I'm a scientist, a researcher. I work for Dr. Darling. See, when Bureau agents go out in the field, the sites of altered world events, we study the materials, the altered items they bring back. It's always something we've never seen before, and studying them requires new instruments, methodologies, sometimes entirely new fields of science.
Emily really loves her job.
See, there's no guidebook for what we do here. Everything that happens at the Bureau, including the science, is without precedent.
What exactly is the Ocean View Motel?
That's a bigger question than you might think. You see, I have extreme doubts that the motel is a single place. I mean, look at all the doors inside it. Where do they all go? We know that one door leads to the oldest house, but how come we can only ever open that one door? Maybe to open a door, you have to have entered through it. So if every door leads to a different dimension, plane, reality, whatever you want to call it, then I believe that the motel is firm proof that parallel universes exist.
Does Darling agree with that?
I haven't told him yet. I'm waiting until I can prove it.
What can you tell me about control points?
They're nexus points of the oldest house's unique energies. Now, I wrote a 30-page proposal hypothesizing that we could siphon energy directly from them. Darling didn't even get through the first page before he turned it down.
Right. And, has anyone ever used them to teleport around?
What? No. What, I mean, you mean physically? No, not that I've ever heard of. Why?
Because that's how they work for me.
What? Really? Oh my god. More tests.
Let's hold off on the tests until later, okay?
Okay. It's just, wow. This blows my control point theories right out of the water. I love it.
See you soon.
Be careful out there. This data won't interpret itself.
It's ridiculous. Pope's grasping at straws.
Welcome back.
If hiss is a frequency, then why couldn't it vibrate?
No, wrong
Marshall
one.
knows something about Dylan. Is he? Can you keep him safe? Like you do with me?
Okay, well that was easy. Excuse me.
I don't know. The lights are on. They should be open. We're looking to get a room for the night. Hello? I don't think anyone's there, honey. Come on. We'll go to that motel we passed a while back.
Okay. Well, that's pretty easy. Gotta do it. I gotta do it. I don't know where this hole's going, but we got jump. Oh, that's handy. Shit, no, it is. Ah, here we go.
Okay, we need to find a way to Blackrock Processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
Oh, whoopsie daisy. Do, do, do. Right. Oh, boy, I got stuck in the door then. Shit. Which collectible is it? Ah, here we go. The Atlas is a physical expression created by the oldest house. Its purpose and function are currently unknown. Specific shape and dimensions of the Atlas, see file ATL03, said dimensions seem to indicate a more explicit purpose than the oldest house's usual walls, floors, or shifts. The Atlas changes form but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during its change, and it only ever occurs between frames when monitored by surveillance cameras. The previous theory was that its change corresponds to house shifts and that the Atlas is itself. However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time as the building shifts, which makes this theory doubtful. Structurally, the Atlas is made of the same material as the rest of the oldest house. Further observation hopefully aid in discovering its purpose. Okay. That was a bit cheap, a cheeky position there. That doesn't sound good. I do like this Pierce. I do like Pierce mode. I do like it a lot. You have to wait, Arish. I'm going collectible hunting. Don't see if there's anything in here. The Atlas.
During an AWE investigation, our agents discovered a light switch cord in a Butte bungalow closet. They pulled the cord and were instantly transported to the Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream like haze. Inside,
what the fuck?
they found a door marked with an inverted black pyramid. And just like that, it led back to the oldest house, some 2,000 miles from Montana. Now we're finding the cord in increasing numbers throughout the Bureau. Somehow the two places, they became in tune to each other. The actual physical location of the Ocean View is a mystery. Stepping beyond its walls has so far proven impossible. A place of power, like the oldest house. During an AWE investigation, our agents discovered a light switch cord in a Butte bungalow closet.
Right, okay, I don't think I've missed anything. Oh, he's in here. How do I get to him? Oh, that's how. I've just been an idiot.
I'm glad to see you're still you.
Medic, what's the damage?
They've each taken a few hits. We need to get them to a surgical station ASAP, but I don't think they're stable enough to move.
Oh yeah? But they're gonna have to be, because We are moving out, and I am not leaving them behind. Now do what you need to do.
Ranger Squad Charlie 7 returned from an expedition into the quarry threshold just after 0500 Zulu. Can you please state your names and describe the purpose of your expedition?
Kevin Horowitz, Rupert Wells. Our mission was to map quarry grid coordinates G29.
Hey, remember the deal.
Secondary
Kill a hiss,
objective,
I buy a
as
shot.
always, was to
Shelf
find
on.
a route from the threshold entrance and maintenance to the formation. Secondary objective was not a success.
What a surprise. And did you encounter any previously unrecorded event or entity while inside the threshold?
No, nothing. Do you think we should tell him about the mermaid?
Excuse me?
Yeah, the mermaid. Horowitz here found this mermaid in the quarry, just sitting on some black rock. She was singing this beautiful song, and he was overcome with desire.
You're fine. We'll push through this. The hiss are the ones
I'd
doing
say
the
she was
pushing
more
back.
enchanting than alluring. Fine, enchanting.
Did you tell your CO about this?
No. Because it didn't happen. Nothing happened. As usual, the quarry is full of rocks. That's it. Can we go now?
Fuck you guys. Get out of here.
Have you noticed the recent tension between Trench and Darling? They've both been acting odd lately. Trench concerns me the most. His sudden hostility towards Darling's project is very unlike him. He was the one to approve all this Hedron research in the first place. After Darling unveiled those HRAs, he was livid. Personally, don't see any reason not to equip Bureau staff with an additional protective device, especially not if it's as strong as Darling says. What do you make of this? Have you seen anything from either of them that strikes you as odd? Let's talk in person soon before the next Bureau Heads meeting, M.
Why does my head feel like this? Is it the hiss or a concussion?
Hey, thanks for bringing down that... whatever the fuck that was. But we are barely holding on here, boss. How's the situation outside maintenance?
What do I tell him? The truth is harsh, but these people seem familiar with death.
The hiss are everywhere. Most of the Bureau is lost. We need Blackrock Prism to make more HRAs for any survivors in the safe rooms. I'm here to check Darling's Blackrock lab.
So to recap, death, disaster, and imminent destruction. Another day at the FBC. Well, Darling's lab is just past Blackrock processing. But I got good news and I got bad news on that front. Good news is, it's right down the hall. Bad news is, a hiss monster has decided to move in, so that's great.
Monster.
That's what the Rangers said. The ones that survived, anyway. But we are just treading water here, and the hiss keep coming. Salvador would know what to do, but apparently he took a security team into the containment sector just before the lockdown happened, and, well, no one's seen him since. But hey, at least we got you, our fearless leader.
They shouldn't rely on me. They don't know me. They don't know how I've failed people.
You've done a good job here, Arish, but you should take your people and get to the base in Executive. You can regroup there. I'll go deal with this monster. I'm getting kind of used to them.
Aye, aye, Faden. And be sure to put a bullet in that thing for me.
Arish wasn't kidding about that monster.
No unique procedures required. Items made of fiberglass painted to resemble a swan. Foot pedals allow the item to propel forward in water. The item emits a pulse of physical force and estimated force of possible connection to OOP5. Measuring the exact force created by the item has been hindered by concerns from the Human Resources Department. The item was seized from an activity rental service located on Lake on Vancouver Island, Canada, after it ejected numerous riders over the course of the summer, bringing the boat to the attention of the media. The item was transported to the Bureau by helicopter. A containment specialist accompanied it, sent to recite formulas C9 through 32 recursively. What occurred in the helicopter is not known, but all agents were lost in the crash. The item was recovered and then transported by train. It arrived at the Bureau without further incident.
You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism?
I'm guessing boss fight coming up.
Shit! They're shattered. Not a single prism. What the fuck?
Fuck me! Jesus Christ! Oh, fuck, Jesus. This chair makes my fucking arse go numb. We got time for about one more try, I think, at this boss. It just doesn't seem that difficult. It's just dodging, really. Just patience, I think. I've got to sit like this because my fucking arse is caning. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, we're going to have a quick run through. Wrong way.
Put more pressure on that wound.
Arish wasn't kidding about that monster.
Yeah.
You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism? Shit! They're shattered. Not a single prism left.
Jesus Christ. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna do this boss before I head off because it's gonna annoy me if not. It's a cool one.
That shit the Hiss are smart. I've seen
I don't even think
Arish
this is a
wasn't
boss.
kidding about that monster.
It's just a new enemy.
You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism? Shit! What the fuck?
Okay, so I used launch and we'll be fine. Come on.
Let's hurry up.
His distorted agents are able to render themselves invisible and emit a powerful concussive blast within close range of their target. Curiously, the Hiss distorted is apparently not able to utilize both abilities at once. It must make itself invisible when it goes on the offensive. The Hiss distorted is unique in the fact that it wields a power-natural ability previously unknown to the Bureau, perhaps tapping into a yet undiscovered object of power. How does this invisibility work? Does the distorted become resonance temporarily? Does it use Hiss resonance to refract light? The physical deformation of this particular Hiss entity is noteworthy in its thoroughness. Clearly the human host would have died from such extreme alteration, which prompts the question, are the corrupted simply animated corpses? Refer to file for full report.
And find Darling's lab.
Right, we're just going to have a quick look round here to see if we can find any cool stuff, and then I'm going to head off. I don't think so. No, I can't see anything. No, can't see anything. Fuck's sake. Right, okay, that's going to be it for me for today then. Thank you very much for watching if you did. I'll be back same time tomorrow for more Control. Yeah, thank you very much, and yeah, goodbye.